In Buddhism, we do not try to avoid or remove suffering, he explains. Instead, we try to see suffering as it truly is. This statement captures the essence of Buddhist thought, which does not deny that suffering exists but instead treats it as a natural part of life. From the very beginning, the Buddha's teachings pointed to the reality that all living beings experience pain, loss, and dissatisfaction. Rather than running away from this reality or trying to cover it with temporary pleasures, Buddhism encourages a direct and honest look at suffering. By seeing it clearly, one begins to understand its roots and eventually finds freedom from its hold. The Buddha's first teaching after his enlightenment was the Four Noble Truths, and the very first truth is the recognition of suffering. This includes obvious forms such as illness, aging, and death, but also subtle forms like restlessness, emptiness, and the feeling that nothing lasts. Buddhism teaches that trying to escape or deny these realities only makes them harder to bear. When we avoid suffering, we often end up multiplying it, because our fear and resistance add another layer of pain. The invitation is to turn towards suffering with awareness, to understand its nature rather than reject it. Seeing suffering as it truly is means recognizing that it arises from causes and conditions. One of the main causes is attachment, the human tendency to cling to people, things, and experiences as if they will last forever. When change comes, as it always does, we feel disappointed or broken. By observing this process carefully, practitioners begin to realize that suffering is not a punishment but a result of misunderstanding life's impermanent nature. This insight opens the possibility of letting go of unhealthy attachments and expectations. Meditation is one of the main tools for this kind of understanding. When sitting in silence, a person may notice physical pain, emotional discomfort, or restless thoughts. Instead of avoiding these feelings, meditation teaches them to watch carefully, breathe, and observe without judgment. Over time, this practice reveals that sensations and emotions rise and fall on their own. They are not permanent, and they do not define the self. This gentle seeing changes the way suffering is experienced, turning it from something terrifying into something workable and even insightful. Buddhism also teaches that compassion naturally grows from this clear seeing. When people recognize their own suffering, they begin to see that others experience the same struggles. This shared reality of pain becomes a foundation for empathy and kindness. Instead of isolating people, suffering can actually connect them, reminding everyone of their common humanity. In this way, suffering is not only something to be endured but also something that can open the heart. The Buddhist approach does not promise a life without hardship, but it does offer a new way of relating to it. By not avoiding or denying suffering, by looking at it directly and seeing it as it truly is, individuals can loosen its grip and discover freedom. In this understanding lies the path to wisdom and peace, a peace that comes not from escaping life but from fully living it with clarity and compassion.